And I love them. I love them to death. They are my lifelines. They kick me in the butt when I need it. And so I'm really thankful that we all get to hear from each other. I think this is really special. And when you find people like that, you do everything in your power to not let them go. And so I'm just really thankful for them. Okay, so tonight we're going to talk a little bit about March. I know we are still finishing February really strong, but we needed a plan for next month, because next month, y'all, is the month before convention contest ends. And I also think it's a big rank up month for a lot of people. So we're going to hit it strong and hard, but we want to make sure everyone has the tools to do it, and that we're not confused. We all go into March 1st with the most clarity and a plan, so that when you get those 6 freaking enrollment codes, what in the world, you know what to do with them, and we're not in desperate mode. So Joanna is going to talk a little bit about how you should prep for it this week. I'm going to go into some of our plans for March, and then talking about how we should use some of these codes. And then Emily and Brittany are going to finish us out. So get a pen and paper ready if you don't already have one. I'm so excited. JoJo, you're first.
Hey guys, oh my goodness, I'm so excited, and I'm nervous too, Jordan, so you're not the only one, but I'm excited. So thank you all for hopping on tonight. I feel so honored to get to share a few tips with you guys. March is going to be incredible. The first thing I do want to say though is make sure you are pushing the last 2 days of the month of February. Don't wait to sign anyone up with the free code. If you can sign them up this month, even if you have to offer them your own special, because then they get the free codes. So push until the end of this month before waiting to use your codes, because amazing things happen in the last 2 days of the month always. Like, it blows me away. So make sure you're doing that. Okay, so with the free codes, you guys, I have never seen Plexus be this generous. I mean, they're always generous, but like, they've done free codes before, but never 6, and never just because being qualified. Like, it's insane. And March is just going to be so amazing for all of you. If you work it and if you want it to be amazing, it will be amazing, because this is huge. So you need to have a plan, like Jordan said, because those who fail to plan to fail. You don't want to go into March feeling like a chicken with their head cut off, running around, not knowing what to do. So then you get overwhelmed and you get discouraged, and that's not good. So first things first, make sure, of course, that you're qualified this month, so you get those free codes. Make sure help your team get qualified. I'm making sure my husband's qualified because he's on my team. I'm making sure my mother-in-law is qualified. She doesn't do the business, but I want her codes. So just, making sure that, so you get those free codes. And then your plan. So here are a few things I'm going to do to make sure that I'm just ready to hit it really hard in March. Let's see. Let me look at my notes so I don't make sure I miss anything. Okay. So have your goal. Decide what you want to accomplish in March. How many people do you want to sign up with these free codes? I know we each get 6, but if your husband's on your team, or who maybe, anyone on your family who's not doing the business, you can get extra codes. So decide how many people you want to sign up, and don't sell yourself short. The bigger your goal, the more you're going to accomplish. So make sure you have that number, decide what you're going to do. And then what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to make my lists of people. So I'm going to make up my follow-up list for March. Who am I going to follow up with and share about these free codes with? People who are interested. They've already said they want to do Plexus, but it hasn't been the right timing, or, whatever. So your follow-up list, create your reach out list. People you have not reached out to yet, but you've been wanting to. Maybe they're like a dream teamer. They're on your chicken list. And you can give them a free code. So this is an awesome time to just be brave. Take the focus off yourself. Jen Leith, she's my diamond upline. She always says this. She's like, so often we have the mirror, like we're looking at ourselves in the mirror, and we need to take that around and put it out, like, so that we're showing it. We're putting our focus on other people, not on ourselves. Because when we're looking and we're thinking about, oh, what are they going to think? They're going to think I'm stupid or salesy or whatever. Before we even reach out to them, we don't even know what they're going to think, and who even cares? So put it on them and think how you can help them, how can you change their lives? How can you help a struggling family with their finances? How can you help someone who's bedridden because their health is so bad, or, you know, whatever? How can you help people? Um, and then the last, well, not the last, almost the last thing, make sure you're posting super consistently. Post really well. Don't just post a post. Don't just like copy and paste and throw up something. But post consistently in your feed and in your stories, because what I have found is that by being consistent with my posting, I'll have people sign up out of the blue that weren't even on my radar, that I didn't even have on my list. This happened this month. I signed up 4 people in the beginning of this month. They weren't even, I never even thought they would sign up. It was just crazy. So make sure you're posting, be creative, have fun, but be consistent with your posting. And then remember, oh yeah.
Hey, how often, because I know me and you and Emily and Brittany, we all do this differently. So how often do you post about health or wellness or plexus?
I think I probably post about 5 times a week on my main feed, like Instagram or Facebook. Facebook is my main platform. So about 5 times a week. Now I'll post in my stories too, and I don't count that as like, I'll post probably 2 to 3 times about plexus in my stories. So yeah, that's what I do. I definitely make sure to try to get like, a post or 2 posts in between my last like wellness post. Every now and then though, I've done 2 posts back to back, and I think that's okay, as long as that's not like all the time. It's okay to do back to back every now and then, because how the algorithms work and things with Facebook, so many of your friends don't even see your posts. And so it's don't feel like you're over posting if you're posting at least 5 times a week, or every now and then doing a back-to-back wellness post, or maybe like you did a financial post and then you did like a product post back-to-back. Don't feel like bad about that if that's every once in a while, because a lot of your friends aren't seeing the same posts. And then lastly, just remember the 10% rule. So you have your number in your head. Say you want to sign up 6 people with your codes, or maybe you're going to have extra and say 10. Think of the 10% rule. Usually 10% of the people you talk to are going to sign up. So you're going to have to think, okay, if I want to sign up 6 people, then I need to talk to 60 people this month. And so maybe that's following up with 30, reaching out to 30 more, or however, but remember the 10% rule. And sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, but it's an average of 10% of the people you talk to are going to join. And then be consistent, even when you're discouraged, even when you're not seeing the fruit from all of your hard work. Don't stop, because I've seen this over and over, and I'll go through times where I'm just like, oh, I'm get discouraged. November and December, I signed 0 level 1s. Was it November, December? Yeah. But I stayed consistent. And January, I signed a lot. This month, I've signed quite a few. And if I hadn't been consistent in those months, I probably wouldn't have seen that fruit. So the fruit's going to happen. Just be consistent, even when it's hard and it seems like no one is answering your messages or whatever. So hope that helps. You guys are going to rock March. I know it.
Okay, really quick, I'm going to add to something I did this last month that really helped me with this President's Day sale. So I went to probably 10 to 20 people, and I said, hey, we have a discount coming. I don't know what it is yet, but I think it can save you some money on plexus. And I know we've talked about it before. If it's going to save you some money, do you want me to let you know what the discount is when it comes out on Friday? And I had probably 10 people say yes. And then I've had 7 of them sign up so far this month. So setting them up beforehand, yes, I'm interested. Yes, I want to know what it is. That's what I did that I feel worked really well. So do that before this sale on Friday. If you have 10 people that are on the fence, that are close, I would let them know you've got something, and it's a limited amount. So once they're gone, they're gone. Do you want on the list? Okay. So what are we going to do in March to help us grow? And I want y'all to think, I always like to think forward. So new ads, new people, a new team. You have to take care of the people you have already, but you have to grow. So the first thing is what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on using all of my codes the first week of March. I'm going to use all 6 the first week of March. That is my mindset, because the next 3 weeks, I'm going to focus on helping my teammates that are not silver yet use their codes. And so I've got 1 week to focus on me, and the other part I'm going to try and help my team. Who should you help with these codes? Because let's face it, you guys, if you have a team of 20 and you have 15 people getting 6 codes each, not all of them are going to want to use them. They're just not. They're not going to have the, I don't want to say balls. Can I say balls on a call like this? They're not going to have the guts to go use them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use my codes, find 5 to 10 people that I know are loving their products, that have probably never shared their story yet. Maybe they said no to the business, but they have influence. They have people in their life that they can share their story with. I'm going to find 5 to 10 on my team that I know got the codes, and I'm going to go to them and say, hey, listen, I'm not going to say anything about silver, running a business, none of that. I'm going to say, you have discount codes sitting in your email, and there's 6 of them, and you can help 6 people get the products that you're loving for $40 off. Can I help you use them? And if they say no, fine. Ask if you can have them and give them to somebody else on your team, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go into this with a silver plan for these people because they don't want the business. They're not going to do a group event. They're not going to do these things. They're willing to, awesome. But go to them, talk to them, ask them, and help them talk to their friends and family. Maybe they'll share their story for the first time, and that's all they're going to do, and that's fine. But I'm going to go into this not scared, but I'm not going to go into it full-blown, let's go silver. Does that make sense? Does anyone agree or disagree or have something to add to that? No? Taylor agrees. Boom. Okay. So, okay. A lot of you, who wants to rank up in March or April? Raise your hand. I want to get a count. Rank up March or April. It's going to take me a minute to look at all these. Okay. Yay. This is awesome. I want to talk to you how you can use March to catapult you to your rank up. Okay. The first thing is Joanna mentioned a list. Okay. I'm a big list maker as well. So if you are wanting to rank up in March, this next challenge is going to be for you. If your leader is wanting to rank up in March, this challenge is for you to help them. You have a teammate who is wanting to rank up below you, a downline. This challenge is for you to master so that you can help them do it. Okay? So we have a group challenge coming up. It starts March 18th and it ends April 14th. It's 4 weeks long. We don't have a name yet. So if somebody is crafty and wants to come up with a name, please do, because we are drawing a big fat blank. But basically it's going to be a eat healthy, get up, like we're going to have recipes, we're going to have product posts, we're going to have motivational posts, we're going to have, I can't even think, testimonies. It's going to be a massive wellness group for 30 days long. And we are going to target 2 groups of people for this, okay? So from the very first day of March till the 14th of March, I think that's that Thursday, is when they can order. And we are going to target current teammates, okay? This is the first group we're targeting, current teammates who maybe do not have a subscription on, or they have a partial PV. They only order a product or 2 every month. And their goal is weight loss. And they maybe aren't seeing it, or maybe they're inactive, right? They're already on your team, but they're inactive. They haven't ordered in a little bit. Corporate gave us the biggest gift. Slim and Metaburn is now 100 PV. So those people, we are going to ask them if they would join in on a group where there's going to be major prizes. I think we talked about a big cash prize and maybe 10 to 12 daily like prizes being drawn. Prizes, a weight loss challenge, let's get off your butt, let's shed winter pounds, will you do this group with me? So we're going to target inactive people on your team or partial PV people, trying to get old people to order again. Okay?
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan, just so people aren't confused, you said 10 to 12 giveaways a day. We're doing like 10 to 12 giveaways for the month.
Yeah, that would be a lot.
So we're not that ready.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me okay? You kind of cut out. So yeah, there's going to be giveaways. there's going to be posts every single day in this group. Some of our leaders are actually going to be the ones who are going to be posting. Me and Emily and Joanna and Brittany are not going to be the ones running this. And then, so that's the first group to target. The next one is our new ambassadors, right? Hey, we have this new thing. Maybe they've already said no to Plexus once. Let's go back to them and say, hey, we have this new combo. It's our pink drink, which is a prebiotic. It helps you with your energy and your blood sugar. And we also have this brand new product. It helps you burn fat and it boosts your mood. And we have this insane challenge going on with major giveaways. And I want you to try it for 30 days with me. So we're going to target new ambassadors with this. And we're going to target old people, getting old people to come back and order again. Does that make sense? Does anybody have questions about that so far? No? Okay. And keep in mind, y'all, we don't have a discount for, unless you guys want to do your own, we don't have a discount for old people to come back and order. So we only have those 40 off codes for new ambassadors. All right. So I've talked a little bit about how to grow your team with silvers. We talked a little about what this event, this group is. And I think that that's all I had, Emily. So if you want to go, oh, let me add this. So they have to order their products, y'all. They have to order the Thursday before the event starts for them to qualify. Okay. So just make sure you're working hard until that point.
I have something to add really quick.
Yeah.
Katie told mentioned this today or yesterday. She said they would be so good because we did this with our inflammation challenge that we did last month and we had huge success with it. But what we did is we did tons of like before and afters leading up to the last cutoff date, and we were posting in our stories and on our Facebook, and it really drew people in. And so Katie was saying we need to do that with this one too, because before and afters, and she just signed someone up this month because of that challenge and those before and afters, even though the challenge is over, but they had saw those. So just make sure you're really thinking about that with your posting and with your stories and using that to your advantage.
Yes, and y'all, next month our goal is going to be 199 welcome packs. That's how you're going to get points. That's how you're going to rank up. We are not bypassing welcome packs. It is convention contest. We all need those points. That's not the route we're going. We are going to focus on 199 welcome packs, that $40 discount, posting a lot and creating a lot of excitement around this between you, your teams, on your personal walls, on your Sorry, somebody called me. Anyway, okay, I'm done talking. If you have questions, put it in the chat. Otherwise, Emily, you're up.
Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me? You can. Okay, let me know. I've got this totally rigged up. It's ridiculous. It's almost as ridiculous as I look right now. I have no bra on. You guys haven't brushed my teeth all day. I'm so sorry that you're seeing me in my prime. So my name is Emily. A little bit about consistency, because for the past year my team has been meeting up quarterly. We've been doing the accountability group for 3 months, and it's been, can you hear me? I'm hearing something from Taylor. Can you guys hear me? I've got my computer going in this. Am I good? No? Shoot. Am I okay?
You're good now. You're good now.
Lauren's giving me a thumbs up.
You're good now.
Five-day training that he did. Is it not good? Shoot. I can see you. Can you hear me at all?
You're just cutting out a little bit.
Never mind.
Good. You're breaking out a little bit here and there, but I can hear you.
Hey, have Brittany go, and let me see if I can figure something out. You guys have. Can you guys hear me? Am I good?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, first thing I want to say is if you guys don't have a power partner, go find yourself some power partners, because this business can get lonely if you're not careful, and you could be feeling just kind of isolated. I know we all have teams, but it is so
powerful to have sideline friends come and rally around you and work with you and encourage you and bounce things off of each other. And so I wasn't even planning to talk about power partners, but you guys, it is so beneficial. It can be somebody on your immediate team, on your larger team. It could be completely on a different team. I'm not on the same team at all with Jordan, Joanna, and Emily. But they have just become like dear friends of mine and cheerleaders when I need them, and they never give up on me, and I'm very blessed by them. And so I just want to encourage you guys to grab somebody to run with, someone who wants to run the same speed as you, who wants to link arms with you and be there for you. So that is the first thing I want to say. Next is that we are about halfway through convention contest now. Is that right? Halfway through. And I just want to encourage you to set your goals and finish strong. But with that, I want to remind you something, and this is something that I need to remind myself consistently as well. Even us as jewels in this company, we are not immune to things. And what I mean by that is I want you guys, as you are like pushing to become diamonds, to remember that Plexus is a legacy company. That is what, like, we are not going to be around for like just 10 more years. We've been here for 10 years. We're not going to be around just 10 more years. We are in this for the long haul. Plexus is a legacy company, and we, all of us, we are building legacy businesses for our families. This is something that is going to financially support our families long term, right? And I think that it is very easy to get caught up in the now and the push, that it kind of takes over our lives a little bit. And so I want you to just continually remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint. And this is something that I've kind of had to learn the hard way recently, and I'm finding my bearings again, because guess what? This business is worth it. It is worth everything that you put into it. You guys, I don't have my college degree. I never finished school. I'm 30 years old, and there is no other way that I could earn the income that I earn with Plexus doing anything else. And so just so you know, it is worth it. But on the same token, you have to find balance, and balance looks different for everybody. As you are building your businesses, please keep your priorities in check. As you are going after all of these convention prizes, which are so fun to win, by the way, they are so fun, but please keep it in check. Please prioritize your family. Please spend time with your kids. Please look them in the eye. Don't say, hold on, not yet, later, because you're going to look back and be like, oh my gosh, what just happened? Yeah, I won all those prizes, but I mean, I'm telling you this because I've been there. So I want to encourage you to keep running hard. I want to encourage you to go after March hard and grow your team and help people, because this is what it's about. It's about helping people, but at the same time, always do a little priority check in your mind. And I say all of that in love, and a lot of that because I've learned it the hard way, and I am finding my way back to balance. So that's a little bit of just what I wanted to encourage you guys with. Em, are you back?
Okay. Oh gosh, can you guys hear me? Y'all, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know how to do technology. Is this any better? I'm like sitting on my router. Is that what it's even called? I think it's a router. I don't even know. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what Joanna was saying and piggybacking off of what Britt talked about as well. So we all could work this business like a ministry, working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because we are our own business owners. Like, we are doing this. We have a ton of women, a ton of men on our team underneath us, and so many people need our help. So we could legitimately work this business all day, every day. But I think what we have to make sure we're doing are the non-negotiables. Can you guys hear me? Is this okay? Is this better? Okay, good. So the non-negotiables. So for us, and for pretty much every single person who has found success with this business, they will tell you that the non-negotiables are the IPAs, so the income producing activities. So for my team, we have embraced the accountability group. That's what Brooke Hemingway and Emily Gibson are doing, and that's what they got from Bob Heilig. And so it's kind of like, you don't want to reinvent the wheel. If these people who are doing really well and they're finding duplication and their teams are growing, they're telling you to do this, then do it. Like, don't ask questions and just freaking do it. If it's going to do income, if it's going to bring income producing activity to your team. So we've been doing accountability groups, and I know a lot of you guys have them going as well. And I encourage you guys to be consistent in that. And going back to what Joanna said with the consistency, this is not something that just Joanna has created in her mind and she's just telling everybody. This is like truth. This is cold hard facts. If any of you guys listen to the John Maxwell, well, raise your hand. Did you guys listen to the John Maxwell and Rachel Hollis interview a few weeks ago? Give me a raise of hands if you did. Okay, it looks like not many people did. I want every single, I want my power partners, share it with your teams if you haven't yet. But it's like 45 minutes and it's so, so good. Break it up into four pieces if you need to. But one of the things that they talked about that really stood out to me was consistency compounds. And I'm going to read to you. I took some notes on this. And I'm going to read to you what he says. He's talking about, and I think this is something that every single one of us can relate to. If we've been in this business for more than 5 seconds, we all can relate to this. He's talking about, this is not a good day. I've had a really hard day, but you know what? This too will pass. And he says, I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm going to stay on track. I'm going to stay consistent because consistency compounds. When we consistently do the right things, someday we will reap major, major reward for it. But it doesn't compound in the first week. It doesn't compound in the first month. But the people with the ability to stay in the game and stay with it are the ones who come out of the game as the big winners. You have to be consistent. You have to continue showing up. You keep doing something, showing up every day, and you don't feel like anything is happening. And then all of a sudden you show up and you see exponential growth. And I feel like that's something, being in this business for 2 years, like the other day, I got a message from a girl who's been kind of doing the business for about a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3. And she's maybe done 1 post or 2. And then she sent me a message and she's like, my business is terrible. My customers don't like the product. Customer service is awful. I'm done. I'm just not cut out for this. And she did it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's not a lottery ticket, you guys. And that's something that I really, really appreciate about this business, because for 3.5, 4 years, I was so, so skeptical over Plexus. I remember talking with my husband about this and being like, this just seems too good to be true. This probably is not legit, because it does seem too good to be true. But I really like that this business is hard. This business does take work. This business does take consistency. This business takes grit. This business is not for sissies. And I like that, because that gives us credibility. That gives those of us who've been doing this business for 3 months, excuse my language, but that makes all of you guys badass. I love Jesus, but I still like to cuss. But that makes every single one of you who have been doing this business, you guys are amazing. This is a hard job, but the reward is great. You get to build so many deep relationships. You get to provide financially for your family in huge ways. Huge ways. I'm not going to tell you who it was, but I was in Mexico this weekend talking with a diamond. She's a very good friend of mine, and we were talking about taxes and how much money we're going to have to save to pay off for taxes. Can I just tell you guys that she saves 40% of her check every time she gets a Plexus check? So she saves 40% of her 40% of her checks to give away in taxes. She told me that she's giving away $250,000 a year in taxes, and that's just 40% of what she makes. $250,000 a year. Okay, just like Brittany said, Brittany doesn't have a college degree. There are so many people here who do not have college degrees. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not about to go become a surgeon to make that kind of money. I'm not about to go and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, whoever, you do what you want, you do you, but that's not me. I'm not going to go and spend tons and tons of money and stick my hand in people's guts to make $500,000 a year when I could be home with my kids making the same amount of money pouring into so many women and so many men. Anyways, I just got on my soapbox. So that's all about consistency, people. You have to be consistent. And that's something that we found when we were on the cruise in the Bahamas. I had quite a few people come up to me and they just said, you know, I've been doing this for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and I just feel stuck. I just feel stuck. Can you give me one tip? Give me one tip. My team's not moving. I'm just stuck. And I just said, okay, well, are you doing your IPAs daily? Do you have accountability? Just like Brittany said, do you have accountability? Are you doing your daily IPAs? Oh, no, I'm doing this. I'm in management mode. I'm doing this. Well, that's the problem. You are the lid to your team. If you expect your team to be posting, then you better be posting. You better be showing them what that looks like. If you expect your team to be sending out messages, to be following up with people, well, you get in there and you do that with them. Ashley Kinsel said something about, oh gosh, I'm probably going to ruin it. Joanna and Jordan, I think you guys may have been on it, but she said something about, well, maybe you guys weren't, but something about like bosses tell you what to do, but leaders get in the trenches and do it with you. And I know every single one of you, you don't want to be a boss. None of us do. All of us want to link arms with our people and we want to lead together. We don't want to boss people around. So get in the trenches and do it with them and do that however you want. I know Jordan hates doing daily IPAs. She hates it, but she still is getting her stuff done. I mean, she signed 7 people this month because she's still doing her blitzes. So it might look different for everybody. You may not do 5 days of IPA a week. You might do blitzes like she does. I know Brooke Hemingway, that's what she does. She does blitzes at the beginning of the month. She sends out, I think she said what, like 50 to 100 messages her first week. And then the rest of the month, she's spending following up with those people and leading those people and signing those people. So you do it the way that is best for you. And like Brittany said, that's best for your family. Do the non-negotiables, but be consistent. Do not expect people to come to you if you're not being consistent, if your storefront is not open. I'm so sorry. I just got really heated. But also, Bob Heilig, he said something the other day. If you guys watch the challenges, he said something the other day about how success is boring. A lot of times, success is boring because it is the day in and the day out, same stuff. So if you're bored, you're probably doing it right. If you're following up with people, if you're reaching out to people, if you're signing people, if you're doing the same stuff, you're probably doing it right. And if you're doing the same stuff and it's not working, then reevaluate. Be open to constructive criticism. Go to your upline who's working and say, hey, what are you seeing that I might be doing that's not working? Can you kind of pour into me and tell me what you think I can change up? Be open to constructive criticism and know that your people here love you and they want you to succeed. And this is a team. Like I said, we're not bossing, we're leading. This is a team. Okay, I probably have done too much, but I'm just going to leave it with this. When you are reaching out to your people, this is another thing that Bob Heilig was talking about. And this is something that I struggled with. And I think that like when he said this, it was kind of a light that went off for me because I'm all about being authentic and being real. I do not ever want to be salesy. And so if I send a message and like to a dream teamer and they never respond, I probably will never message them back. Or if somebody says no to me, then I'm like, okay, well, I will message them back. But he said something about there's nothing more salesy than if you reach out to somebody one time and you tell them like you're being authentic and you tell them, you know, I'm reaching out to you because I love you and I see this, this, and this, and this in you. And then they say no. And then you never reach back out to them again. That is salesy. And it took me a minute to think through that. I'm going to tell you really quick. Tamara Holloway is my upline. I said no to her for almost 4 years, but she kept coming back in a lovingly, beautiful, authentic, genuine, non-pushy way. I never felt pushed by her, but if I would have said no to her and she would have never followed up with me, I would still be literally going to yard sales and finding t-shirts and selling them for $3 a piece on Craigslist because I wouldn't have somebody that was continually pursuing me with authenticity. And something else that he said, and I'm probably going to butcher this, but something else that Bob said was that if you are reaching out to people with heart and with authenticity and just being you and like being honest with them, if you reach out to them and they're offended or they say no or they think that you suck and Plexus sucks, whatever, then they're not your people. They're not seeing your heart. But if you're simply copying and pasting and you're not putting heart into it, then that's something that we need to fix. But make sure that you're being authentic and real, and you're following up, and you're being consistent, and you are being the lid to your team. I'm so sorry. I've said I'm going to end 5 times maybe, but this really for real is the last thing I'm going to say. Okay. Is that okay, guys? I'm not meaning to monopolize this time. This is the last thing.
You're doing great.
So Diamond Brooke Justice Smith, I'm going to pull this up. I love this. She says that if you are a silver ambassador, then you need to have on your team, you need to add 3 people to your team each month. Maybe not necessarily you, but as a team, you need to have 3 people added each month if you're a silver ambassador. If you're a gold ambassador, then you need to have 10 people added to your team each month. So again, not necessarily you, but just as a team, you need to have 10 people added each month if you're a gold ambassador. Senior gold, you need to have 15 to 25 new people added. Ruby, you need to have 25 to 35 people added. And senior Ruby, you need to add 35 to 50 people a month for you to continue to see growth. And you know something that she said that really stood out to me? She said, you know what though? Like there are a lot of people that are like, Brooke, I don't have any single person that wants to do this business with me. Like no one wants to do this business with me. Raise your hand if you've ever felt that way. I know I definitely have. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Do you know what she says? Well, then go and get all those people. If you're a gold ambassador, then you go and you add 10 level 1s this month. You go and you do what needs to be done. You know what needs to be done. And you know what? That's really scary. Like if you're a Ruby ambassador, if you're a senior gold and you're thinking, oh crap, I need to go personally add 15 to 25 people. Well, just like Jordan was saying, you make a plan, you make a goal, and we still have a few days in February. We've got all of those enrollment codes. You guys, Plexus is giving us $240 worth of product or worth of enrollments this next month. That's huge. And this is a huge month that you for sure can go and do that. But if you don't have anybody running the business with you, then you go and you be determined to add those 10 people to your team. You be determined to add those 15 to 25 people to your team, because the momentum creates momentum. People have lots of FOMO. And I think that if you can create that momentum, you're not stopping. You're not waiting for the people behind you to come and catch up. You're still going because you have a dream, you have a vision, you have a why. And like Brittany said, you can do it with boundaries. You can do it by doing the non-negotiables, but don't have a back door. Don't stop. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm done. So that's my thing.
This is why I love my power partners. We're all so different. We teach different, but together we're like, ah. Okay. Let's close this out really quick, y'all. First off, do y'all have any questions about anything? Please ask.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So for the free enrollment codes, is that so we can use that for the triplex pack? Like it doesn't have to be a $199.
Correct. Yeah. You can use it for any welcome pack. Just focus on 199s if you are trying to rank up in March.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need to qualify for the enrollment codes?
You have to have ordered 100 PV in February, and you have to have a subscription on 100 PV.
Yourself, just for you?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Hey, I'm going to say something to that though, because if you have new people that just signed this month and they bought a welcome pack, they are commission qualified. So they don't have to go and buy an additional 100 PV. They are commission qualified if they bought a welcome pack this month.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I just want to share really quick, y'all, let's wrap this up. These are the lists I have in front of me right now. I will have a list, or I have a number of how many team-wide I want my team to add this month. So as an individual leader, how many people is your team going to add in March? I wrote down 155 for my team, which is the most we've ever added. So if your jaws are dropping, push them up because we're going. So know that number. How many people are you going to add next month? How many enrollment codes do you need? So use your 6. How many more do you need? Who are you going to reach out to about going silver on your team that's currently getting these codes? Who are you going to reach out to? And who are you going to follow up with between today and Thursday about, hey, there's a code coming, there's something coming on Friday, do you want in? Who are you going to reach out to with those? And then who are you going to be inviting between March 1st and March 14th to this big event? Okay, so those are some lists I have going. I will have a post out about the March event. I don't know, whatever we're going to call it. I'll have a post made up and put it in our threads and our team pages before March 1st. Otherwise, y'all, let's go kick butt and get with your teams and get them just as excited as you are. Okay? We love y'all. Thank you.